The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Second and long. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Break. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Go! Get it.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Smooth.
2nd and 10. Incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Check 3, check. X3, 218, chop it.
They're going to look to throw. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ready.
2nd and 2. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, pick your game up. Hit it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Look at me. Go, go. Bang, bang, bang. 80 weapons. Go, go. Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Shift, shift. Right there. 54. Right. Shoot.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
That's crazy.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Going up top, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Breida, he'll try the right side.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, watch this. Now.
He'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Hey, echo. Yo, go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yep. 65. Hey, lock it. Shoot. Right up.
Now Michelle. A tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Leo. Get it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sack City, baby. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey. Mike's 54. Come.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver. Was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh, boy, it's been good.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. 22 jet bomber. Hey.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 27-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up a throw. Jones has it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Pick it up, guys. There.
Now back to throw. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 27 yards there, a first down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, exit. 56. Mike, 56, right there, right there. Hey. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, zoom. Now.
He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14.
Now. 56. Come on, the ball. 56.
Looking to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Gostkowski's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Out there on the 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
36. Hey, Charlie.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Back to throw here. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5. Yards shy of midfield.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for the Patriots. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Got it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, Delta. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Gone. I got you. Hit it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I remember Phil Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. On second down, Muhammad. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here it goes. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. And shoot.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Hey, Haywood. Watch twist. 54's Mike. 54. Look, squeeze. Watch 54. Tighten up.
Back to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And it's Michel once again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, D-line, let's get in
2nd and 2. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Rivers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
2nd and 11. It got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Watch the screen.
He'll look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Rock it.
They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Open man here is Hamilton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. It's Coleman here. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, I got you. Pilot, 64. Weak. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Set. 60 or. Look at me. Zipper. Don't say nothing.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
'54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Get it.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 43. 80 weapons. Check. Watch 54. Hey, echo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 27 yards there, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Rivers in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's back to throw. He's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Goodwin. Incomplete. It's 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Now a first throw here in overtime. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Leo.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bravo.
Again, it's Michel. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Right there.
Yeah.
Back to throw now on first down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
5. Guard. Shoot.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On the toss, here's Michelle. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready up.
Take the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
I got him, Mike. Hey, exit.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hard.
Check. Lucky.
Ready to go. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, they run with Michelle. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Check 26.
Check, go.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Go.
Deep grip.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Patriots, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get